Hey there, everyone. Welcome back for another of our Book Blast episodes where, in 5 minutes or less, Zach today is going to share a reaction to Full Moon, the book 2 of the Dresden Files, which you all know I've read the whole series, love, well, the whole series that's out so far, and Zach is finally working his way through these books. So it's nice
Yes.
to hear what he thinks of this beloved series of mine. As always, again, spoiler free, maybe spoiler light, but no big spoils. He's just talking about his reactions to this book. So, Zach,
Yeah,
what do you?
based on that lead in, I really, really want to shit on this book because I feel like it would be really funny.
Yeah, don't you dare! Don't you
But
dare!
I'm not going to do that. I will start off the bat by saying a lot of my problems with the first book in the Dresden Files series are not as prevalent in the second. And I appreciate that. It's something where I'm like, okay, we saw what was not working and we changed it. We said this is problematic and we moved on. Not entirely, but it's better. So I like that.
Okay, yeah, good. So, what got better, or I should say, what was problematic? That is better in generality.
Biggest things were some of the like portrayals of women and how they were used for the sake of the story rather than kind of getting to be characters in their own right. They have a little more room to shine here. There's some more empowered characters, especially empowered women,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's kind of across the board, which was nice to see.
Okay. We were introduced to the Dresden Files universe in book
Mhm.
one. Here in Full Moon, what's new? I mean, what elements were added? You don't have to spoil again, just you can tell what elements were added that you particularly enjoyed.
We get some fun new creatures. We get some relationships that are developed a little bit further, and we get a bit of, I would say, we get a little bit better understanding of kind of how the general world sees a lot of the things that Dresden is going to be encountering, whether it's on the daily, or just at a random occurrence. This was a significant thing. How kind of prevalent these things are, but seen in a less mystical context.
Now, something I like to be able to point out, and I want you to be able to freely talk about on these book blasts, is, you know, Jim Butcher is taking magic and supernatural and bringing it into reality, the mainstream, through this series. And we met a few of those kinds of creatures in the first story.
Mm-hmm.
So we know, vampires are a thing. We know
Yeah.
that. You know, what did we get to discover is going to be part of this universe in this book that wasn't there before?
So the big obvious one isn't too crazy based on the title. It's called Full Moon. We get werewolves, but
Oh,
we get many kinds
I
of
like that
werewolves.
about it. Yeah, he's
It
creative.
yeah, it goes, hey, there's a whole lot of werewolf myths and history out there. Instead of saying, hey, all of these are really talking about one thing and they're all wrong, he goes, no, there's actually a bunch of different kinds. And what you know is little bits and pieces from all these things, and you're probably wrong. But all these other things are real and could be called some kind of werewolf thing.
Nice. Now, book one and two, they're laying foundational pieces that the rest of the series gets built on, and they are referred to. There's callbacks
Mhm.
to these.
These are
Have you moved
technically
on yet?
connected. I have. These are technically connected, and they will connect further on. But I'd say at this point, when you finish the second book, these are still standalone stories that connect.
Yep. It starts to change with book three. But we'll talk about that in another book blast, or you can go deep dive and check out my full coverage of it. But that's all we have time for today. Thanks everyone for being with us again, and we'll talk to you next time.